Hello and welcome back to Thuringian Oberland. As you can see, already back hard at work on our field of canola here. Quite a large field. We just started to go across the middle of the field for the first time. Haven't gone around the headlands again. So I'm hoping we can get a good yield off here. Be a long way across this field. So it's still a case of working out what we do next with our finances. We have got another contract to do after this one, but a very small one, which won't take very long at all this time. We may have to stop this contract to go and do it as well. We'll keep going on this one for now. This one is certainly paying a lot more money than the other one will. The other one isn't even £1,000. Ideally we could do the second one around the headlands, but we'll just keep on how we are for now. It's more getting it down to manageable size at the moment, to enable us to get around the headlands easily. So it's could be a few trailerfuls off here. I mean, we've had one tank full already. It looks like it's going to be sort of a couple of rounds to a tank full on here. If we've got this corner worked off, it should just leave us a lot of longer work for a little while to get through. There's a lot of harvesting contracts on here again at the moment. Should keep us busy for a little while. Debating a slight change in the rules on here at the moment. We'll see how that goes. Let me know what you think about that one. Do we borrow some money to be able to get on a bit quicker on here, on the condition we pay it back as soon as possible, or do we just carry on the way we are? Just keep building the money up from contracting. There really are two options at the moment. Will be borrow money, not put money in through editing files. Every penny we borrow will have to be paid back as soon as possible afterwards. Just a bit there. Like that. This map has been slightly modified in GE now. I've taken the gates off the back of Gertrude bag over there, so we can get all the way through the sell point now without having to turn around in there. Should make things a little bit easier for us, especially with this lorry. With any other vehicle for that matter. It's only a matter of time before one was too big to actually turn around in there. Get out again. Unfortunately, there's still no signs of any updates to this map, which is a bit of a pity. Hope there will be one come though. just going to lift up there and just finish this corner off before we go all the way up to the top. This isn't too much in this corner. Plus I don't think we get back down again without needing to empty out. Do what we can in here, then we'll empty before we carry on. 2 full loads in the lorry then, plus a little bit extra. Possibly actually 3 full loads and a bit extra. If I remember rightly. Can't remember exactly what we put in there now. 3 I believe, so we've done this top corner first. There's more in there than I thought there was. I just have to refresh my memory as to where we've actually got to take it to. Can't remember at the moment. I ended up taking to the wrong sell point and losing money. Got a feeling that's the one in this field we're taking it to, that's why I took this contract. It wasn't too far to Carter. So we'll finish this corner, empty out, carry on up to the top of that little bit, and we'll just go all the way around the field a second time probably. Gives us a bit more space to manoeuvre on the headlands then. Shape of field, it always makes sense to keep going around the outside of, but it makes it hard to empty then. If we were to get full in the wrong place, we'd have to empty every time we got near a lorry. Make that a bit easier. Let's just empty this bit out, what's in there. See exactly what's in the lorry then as well. Probably enough space for another tank full in there at least by the looks of it. As you can see, those blue gates have gone there, the 10 mph sign there, 10 km/h sign. So we can now get all the way through and to turn around in this bottom corner. This makes it a bit easier. Did try to get the actual gate triggers to work so they don't, but I couldn't do that, so that left removing them as the only option really, unfortunately. Have them stay open and closed there, but they just didn't want to know when I was fiddling with them. A bit beyond my knowledge base probably. Looks like we made quite a bit of progress now. This corner is off anyway. I know it's a long way around the field, but because the shape is, I don't think there's actually a lot the other end of the woods there. See as we go around it again exactly how much there is at the top there. So it's not very wide on there, it's just very long, awkwardly shaped. Like a few of the fields are on here, as we know from some of the fertilising and spraying we've done on this map. I'd love to have this map into a multiplayer server, but unfortunately the map is not MP compatible. Just kind of ruled that one out. Lends itself to MP quite nicely for several players in fields on there. I think there's actually too much in this top corner. Actually work this little corner off up here to do the field to through different directions, keep on the doing sort of longer ends on there. Just keep turning on short bits all the time. Now we've nearly got enough, or we have got enough money now to buy some of the fields on here. Or we take a different approach and buy a chunk of woodland and lease a tree harvester and wood chipper and sell wood chips to earn some money. That's another option we've got. I know that method does work really well if you put a static wood chipper in there and do it. Just park the tree harvester beside it and keep cutting the trees up straight into it. It does earn money that way. That is another option available to us. Think of ways of maximising our income on there. Yeah, there isn't too big a chunk in here now, you can see that. Maybe we'll just cut this corner out. We have to run this down to a lorry with a full tank full, what we will do. It's not going to make that much difference to us. Leave this on the helper while we go and get the lorry emptied. Give my thoughts on that one. Just to keep it moving. It's one of them fields you'd hate to work on at times in real life, with the shape of it and the terrain on here. A lot of big headlands. New machinery to do on this one. Just cut through here. So we'll wipe this top corner off then. Have to do this corner at some point, so we might as well do it now. Might all fit in one tank full. Too much in here. half thinking of that field in front of us if we borrowed money to buy land, if we were to consider doing it that way. Just a few things to think about, really. Keep carrying on with just earning every pound, or borrow money and try a different technique. Guided by what you guys want to see if you're watching these videos on that one. So if anyone who's thinking the colours look different on there who hasn't actually watched my live streams, then I've put or modified the game files with some different lines which Bullet Bill suggested to alter lighting in the maps. So there are some differences on here. I've only done this Thuringian Oberland map with them so far, just to see what they're like. It's just made things look a little less bright on here. Best way to describe it. In some respects it made the oilseed rape or canola look a bit more golden. It's just one awkward corner out of the field. If we've got enough space in the grain tank to carry on round this headland, or we just need to head back the way we came, so the auger's on the right side. We'll try this way first. If it gets full, we'll have to just turn around and empty out. It's more a case of when it gets full, not if. How quick that's filling up on here. More of an idea of how much is left if we carry on around this way. Be surprised if we can get all the way down to the other end before it's full. More than 1500 litres going down that way, I do know. That's where the delta would be handy. Sorry, the ideal combine. Be better going down there. There's a lot more on the grain tank than this one does. If it gets full, we'll just run across to the lorry with it. So empty out this time. lorry will probably be full by then, I'd imagine. Even if it's not, we'll come back over here and just finish this little bit. Put it on the helper and empty the lorry anyway. Not too far off getting down there, not too bad. Just to run this short distance with it. Hopefully there's enough space for helper to turn on the headlands now. We will take over again once we've emptied the lorry, of course. Our other little contract job will have to wait till next time. We'll find out what that is at that point in time. Take a few smaller ones on after this quite long harvesting one. Something different to do. So it took all that, but I don't think there's a lot more space in that lorry somehow. Let's just finish this headland off. Put this across onto a helper then. Set this back off up that side of the field. It's a nice straight one for it to go on. Can't see it getting itself in too much trouble going up there. There's no telling with AI at times. We'll go back across to the lorry. Yes, there's oof. 600-700 litres space in there. And that has got to go to the one on the field, so we can live with that. Obviously you've just seen what the next contract is there. It's a small weeding mission, so I've done up to that now. I've done it that way. Spoiled the surprise. May not have tweaked what the tractor was being used though. So much easier now, we can cut through that way with this. So let's see how the contract stands after emptying this one into air. Give it a fair idea of how much more money we can earn off there then. Just 67% transported, 78% done on contract. Not bad going. Just watch out for that other trailer which is parked in here. So the story with that other trailer is the spawn point of the shop was originally not big enough to cope with too many vehicles, so when we took on harvesting contracts it would spawn the combine, the header and the tractor or the lorry, but wouldn't spawn the trailer with it, so we had to lease that one at the outset to be able to cope with that. So both the dolly and the trailer and they're actually leased, they're not owned. The spawn point has now been fixed thanks to Mr. Virtual Farmer, so we no longer need them, so we'll have to return them. Possibly. Unless we think it's worth keeping hold of them for now. So now we'll make use of on certain other contracts, potentially. Park this up here this time. Hop back on the combine. We'll carry on the combine on this field. So we'll take over the combine again. So as soon as we get our own vehicles on here, we'll be running them with the GPS on them. I have now got that downloaded and installed in the game. The guidance steering mod, as it's called at the moment. Carry on going round and round this field, I think. Rather than keep going up and down, it'll come off quicker as we keep going round the headland. Such an awkward shape. We can earn quite a bit of money off the canola on here when we sell it. The contract itself is worth quite a bit. Add to that the price of any canola, that should hopefully take care of the hire charges for the combine. One of the options up to us is actually buying a combine and doing contract combining on here. Obviously it'd have to be a fairly big one due to the field sizes, which means if we don't borrow any money, it'll be a little while before we can afford to do that. The other option is buy the area land the sheep field is on. A few small bits of kit to make some bales down there and have some sheep. To use the wool. And again, that takes a long while to earn money back as well. But the whole issue of how do we transport it without a loader on site. Lease a load every time I want to load wool up, we're not going to make any money. Which doesn't make it a really viable option, unfortunately. Big chunk of this field left. You don't realise just how much there is there until you start going all the way around it. So what I'll probably do is time lapse us doing the next little bit of this field. And you can join us as we've just about finished and put the last little bits towards the lorry. Rather than sitting here with me just doing everything like this. Watch me going round and around the same block of field all the time. So I will see you in a few minutes time. But considerably longer time for myself. Welcome back. So we now just finished the last little bit of this field off. Just coming down a small little corner there in a second. Empty this lot out and take it into the sell point and see how much we can earn from it. Hopefully it's been worthwhile doing. It's taken us a little while to do this field. At least that's all done now, and I'm hoping the financial reward is well worth time we've taken on it. Canola usually pays fairly well. So leave that there. We'll just run this up to the sell point. See if we get any extra money for this, which hopefully we will. Be nice if I could get us over 300,000 this time. So much easier with these gates removed here. Here we go. Let's see how much extra we can earn, if any. Extra 2,176, not a great amount. A bit worse than I thought, unfortunately. So let's see what it works out to in the actual contract terms. So 16,682. Not as good as I was hoping, but better than nothing. So there we are. So that's where I'm going to leave this video. So I'll say thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this rather longer video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.